Okay, good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Kundalini. Today we are practicing the Kriya for disease resistance. I felt it was apt timing for a Kriya along these lines as we are coming into fall, we're coming into germ season, and what better way to take some preventive care and try to bulk up our immune systems now while we can before it hits. So, this is mostly um, a Kriya that has a lot of physical effects, but Kundalini always offers mental, emotional, spiritual effects in the sense that we do postures that sometimes awake frustrating feelings or triggers in us, and it always provides that opportunity for us to witness the reactivity in ourselves and use this as an opportunity to adjust how we respond to those triggers. This is a pretty quick Kriya. Most of the postures are just 1 minute long, except for maybe one or two of them. So just use this opportunity to however best suits you. You'll sense in yourself what feels right. And I trust you, I trust your body, and give you permission to trust yourself as well. But ultimately, this Kriya, the physical effects build resistance by supporting healthy digestion and elimination. Anybody who's familiar with Ayurveda knows that some of the foundation of our health is our digestion and how we treat our diet and the way our way of eating and the way we move our bodies. And so this Kriya has a lot of focus on our digestive system. It enhances our metabolic balance and vitality, our physical strength and resilience. It works a lot on our glands and our glandular secretions and a really strong, clear lymphatic system. So it's a super good Kriya for us. I will give a little disclaimer that there's a sort of unconventional shavasana in this Kriya. The shavasana comes early. It comes not halfway through the Kriya, but there's two active postures after shavasana that get us set up for a meditation. So it's a little bit different, but the point of having the shavasana before the end of the experience is to remind us how important intentional relaxation is. When you know we're going to get up and move a little bit more after Shavasana, it encourages us to deepen our relaxation. It's so, so important to our immune systems to relax our bodies. So it's this reminder of really dive in and relax as deeply as you can. So I'll remind you again when we get there. Kundalini basics. If you've never taken Kundalini before, please pause the video here and read through this page. But otherwise, just a quick mention, there is only nose breathing in this Kriya, except for some open mouth exhales to encourage relief and release. But otherwise, all of the breathing will be in and out through the nose. All of the drishti will be at the third eye, unless you feel intuitively called to use any other drishti. And if so, then please do listen to that. So we'll go ahead and tune in, finding a nice long straight spine, shoulders stacked over the hips, bringing the prayer palms to heart center and rubbing the palms together, building heat and friction, waking up our energy channels for the day, finding nice long deep breaths in and out through the nose. Finding stillness in the palms, press the thumbs into the heart center, straight line from elbow to elbow, really firm pressing between the hands here. Take a complete exhale, emptying out all the way. And now inhale to the top and hold. Sink the volume of the breath to the low belly. Engage your root lock, roll the eyes in and up, slight tuck of the chin. Holding this posture, open mouth exhale. Two more like that. Inhale to the top. Hold the breath. Squeeze the root lock, pulling the energy up through the spine, out through the crown of the head. Feel the palms pressing into each other. Press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And exhale. Inhale to the top and hold full. Engage your locks. Feel the energy circulating throughout your body. And open mouth exhale. And we'll inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Exhale your breath all the way to the bottom, all the way empty. Now inhale to the top and hold. Engage your root lock, roll the eyes in and up, press the hands, press the tongue to the roof of the mouth, feeling the entire body, feeling the vibration. And as you exhale, release the palms, face up in the lap. Taking a moment to allow the effects of the mantra to soak in, feeling the breath, no control over it, just feeling it. We'll start with my usual warm-up, Sufi circles, removing any props out from under you. Bringing the hands onto the knees, eyes can stay closed, rolled in and up to the third eye center, and we'll inhale, come forward over to the right. Exhale, rounding back to the left. Moving the entire spine from tailbone through the entire back, the shoulders, the neck, the head. Waking up, really allowing it to feel good. I had some digestive issues myself yesterday, so I'm really grateful to come to this practice and work it out, support my body in this way. Switching directions, inhale forward over to the left, exhaling, rounding back to the right. Really finding the stretch and the heat in this movement, in this posture. Such a good way to wake up the body and the spine and all the energetic channels, the pranic channels. Finding center, finding stillness, inhale to the top and hold. Again, pulling the energy from the base of the spine with the root lock, bringing it to the crown of the head with the drishti. Open mouth, exhale, flipping the palms face up. Brief moment of relaxation here. From here, we'll move into rock pose, which means we are seated on the shins. You are welcome to bring a prop between the ankles. That helps relieve some of the flexion on the ankles and the knees. Otherwise, you're just on the shins. Press the palms together and bring them up overhead. If possible, bringing the biceps in a plane behind the ears. If not, just whatever is accessible in the body. Eyes are closed and rolled up to the third eye center. Make sure you're not arching through the back too much here, that you're really having a nice long straight spine. Take an inhale all the way to the top and hold. With the breath, hold, begin pumping the belly. Holding the breath as long as you can, pumping the navel point as hard and as fast as you can until you cannot hold the breath anymore. Then you'll release the pumping, exhale the breath to the bottom, and then inhale to the top all the way again, and pump. Go ahead and join me, and you'll continue repeating this motion as much as you can until the time is up. Nice deep exhales, really pumping the belly. This does so much work on the digestive system. It's so good for the digestion. Wherever you are in your cycle, find a complete exhale, emptying out all the way. Inhale to the top, keeping the hands overhead. Holding full, engage the root lock, roll the eyes in and up. And exhale, returning the palms face up in the lap, staying in rock pose. Few moments of relaxation here as we activate our different centers. We use this time to allow the body to integrate the effects of whatever center we've just worked on. From here, bring your left palm facing forward in front of the heart center and bring the right palm to come touching the left palm. Curl the fingers so that the hands lock in a bear grip. Eyes are closed, rolled in and up to the third eye center, keeping this bear grip in front of the heart center. Take a deep inhale. Hold the breath and pull the hands apart, keeping the bear grip, but pulling the hands against each other as hard as you literally can. So hard that you're feeling trembling in the body. You hold, squeeze, pull for as long as you can until you can't hold anymore, and then you can exhale, find a slight release in the hands, and then repeat. Inhaling to the top, holding, pulling, squeezing. We're working on the heart chakra here. So powerful. We're also working on the thymus gland, which lives in our chest. The thymus gland produces white blood cells. It's super important for our immune system. Or also, when we work on the heart chakra, think about the walls that come up, the walls that we put around our hearts. These walls and limiting beliefs tend to be really strong, which is why we have to apply so much force, so much strength here to crack through a lifetime of barriers that we've been imposing on ourselves. Wherever you are, release the hands, not the grip altogether, just the tension, exhaling to the bottom. Inhale all the way to the top and hold. Squeeze the root block, rolling the eyes in and up. And exhale, palms face up on the lap, relaxing the breath, relaxing the drishti. So good. You may feel some sensation in the chest. You may feel emotional sensation. It's all welcome, it all belongs. Relax and accept it. This is our last posture in rock pose. If it's uncomfortable and you prefer to switch to easy pose, by all means do so. We'll interlace the fingers behind the head at the nape of the neck. If you have any loose hair, get the hands under the hair so the hands are against the skin of the neck. Elbows are out wide and they stay out nice and wide the whole time. Eyes are rolled in and up. Take an inhale in the upright position. Exhale, bow forward, bringing the forehead to the ground if it's accessible in the body. Otherwise, just as low as you can. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, bowing forward. Continue finding your rhythm, finding your pace, coordinating breath to movement. Coming upright, take a nice full inhale, holding at the top. Engage the root block, feel the elbows open wide, eyes are rolled in and up to the third eye center. Exhale, bring the palms face up in the lap. Relaxing, relaxing, relaxing. Doing so much good work on our digestion, our spinal flexibility. We'll shift over onto one side, extending the legs out long in front of us. You can bring a little bit of flexion back to the joints, maybe finding some ankle circles, flexing the kneecaps, bringing circulation back. We'll keep the legs out long in front of us. We've been doing this similar posture over the last couple of Kriyas. It's a really good one, so I'm always glad to do it. We're doing a sitting forward fold, a life nerve stretch, but this one we will not be bringing in motion. We're going to be holding the fold. So finding a nice long straight spine, slight tuck of the chin so you're keeping the integrity in the spine all the way to the top of the head. If accessible, gripping onto the big toes with the peace fingers and pressing the thumb into the big toenail. Otherwise, your hands are somewhere on the legs. You want to keep the legs as straight as you can. If you need a slight bend, that's fine. So nice long inhale, hands are wherever's accessible for the body. Find length in the spine. And as you exhale, deepen the fold. We'll be holding this fold for 1 minute. So with each inhale, find that nice long length in the spine. And with each exhale, just going a little bit deeper. This is so good for circulating the glandular secretions that we have released in the previous postures and allowing them to circulate throughout the entire body. This also helps to relax the body, relax the life nerve, bringing in that really good, important, relaxing energy for all of our channels, our systems. So good. Feeling the breath.
Stand. Stand.
Take a deep inhale in your fold, holding at the top. Pull the energy from the root lock, roll the eyes in and up, retuck the chin, feel that length. And as you exhale, you'll slowly roll upright. Taking a moment of relaxation, sitting upright, eyes closed, palms facing up. Allowing and absorbing. Bringing love to your whole body, to your whole system. Coming back into easy pose, legs are crossed. Hands are on the knees, palms can face up or down, whatever intuitively your body calls for. And we'll be doing neck rolls. If you have any injury or impingement in the neck, we'll just be doing half circles by dropping one ear to the side, rolling the chin down to the chest, bringing the other ear to the shoulder, and repeating that from side to side. If the neck feels healthy, if it feels accessible in the body, we'll be doing full circles, going all the way down, all the way back. We're starting with clockwise circles and then we'll switch direction. I'll let you know when it's time. So starting at center, chin down to the chest. Take an inhale and begin going clockwise if you're doing full circles. Otherwise, just go with those half circles if that's what you're working with today. Really nice, long, deep breaths in and out through the nose, not needing to find any kind of fast rhythm or pace here. Keeping the shoulders still and motionless. The only part of your body that's moving is from the neck up. If possible, to bring in relaxation in the lower body while finding this engagement in the neck and the head. This is so good to stimulate our higher glands, our pituitary gland, our pineal gland, our parathyroid gland, thyroid. So, so good. Switching direction now. Counterclockwise circles if you're doing the full circles, otherwise just continuing with those half circles. Drop in. Finding a neutral neck facing forward, inhale the breath all the way to the top and hold. Engage the root lock, roll the eyes in and up, bring the shoulders down away from the ears, holding. Exhale, turning the palms face up if they're not already. Release the breath, release the gaze. Bringing your attention, your awareness to all the glands that live in the neck and up. Giving them some gratitude for all the work that they do behind the scenes, taking care of business. Just really taking a moment for how amazing our bodies are. From here, we'll roll over the shins, coming into a tabletop position, shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips stacked over the knees, and we'll actually bring the big toes to touch. This is more of a Kundalini style tabletop position. So the knees are out wide, big toes are touching. We're going to be doing cat cows, but before you get into it, start the movement from the tailbone. So first, flip the tailbone up as you inhale, allow the arching to move through the spine up to the shoulders, and then the chin and the head come last. As we exhale, again, start with the tailbone, tucking the hips, rounding through the low back, the mid back, the upper back, now the neck, the chin, tuck. Continuing like this, inhaling from the tailbone, arching through the spine, deep breath, and exhaling from the tailbone, rounding and tucking. We're only here for 1 minute, so as you start to wake up the spine and get used to this movement generating from the tailbone, you can pick up your pace, always coordinating breath to movement, inhaling to arch, exhaling to round. By generating this movement from the tailbone, we're working on a lot of these big main nerves that live in the low back. It's a really nice way to wake them up. All these systems that conjugate in the cervical spine. And of course, this also works on our digestion. We've got about 15 seconds left, a little bit less if you want to pick up your pace. Now's the time to do so. Inhale, arching the spine, holding the breath, squeezing the root lock, roll the eyes to the third eye center. And as you exhale, shifting the hips back, reaching the hands out long for a short relaxation in child's pose. Forehead comes to the ground, releasing control over the breath. Enjoy the sensations. On an inhale, we'll come back up into tabletop and then shift back into easy pose. Hands are on the knees. They can be face up or face down. Eyes are closed and rolled in and up to the third eye center. We inhale, shrug the left shoulder up. Exhale, shrug the right shoulder up. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Find a slight engagement of the navel center. Eyes are rolled in and up to the third eye center. And find a nice quick pace here, really shrugging the shoulders as if you're trying to touch the earlobes with the shoulders with each breath. With this one, the faster that you go, the more you'll feel the effects. We won't be here too long. With this tension, when we pull the shoulder up to the ear, it helps to deepen the release when we get there. This pose is incredible for balancing the brain hemispheres, balancing the systems. So good for us. Couple more here. Keep going. Inhale, squeeze both shoulders up to the earlobes. Hold, squeeze the root block, squeeze the drishti, the third eye center. Feel the tension in the shoulders. And exhale, drop them down, palms face up if they're not already. And from here, we actually move into our Shavasana. So gently and lovingly make your way down onto your back. Legs are long, arms are long. Releasing any control over the breath, over the drishti. Inviting in the deepest conscious intentional relaxation that you possibly can. Feeling the toes relax, the feet, your fingers, your hands, your neck, your jaw, your tongue, your face, your ears, the inside of your head. Deeply, deeply relaxed, just like you would in any other yoga posture. Sometimes you have to remind yourself to recommit to your alignment. And just as such in Shavasana, sometimes we'll remind ourselves to relax and re-relax and re-relax as often as you need to. Enjoy. Slowly begin to welcome your awareness back to the present moment, back to the physical space, bringing in just the gentlest, smallest movements in the body, wiggling the toes, the fingers. I love to brush the tip of my thumb against my fingertips, allowing these smaller movements to turn into natural, bigger movements. Perhaps some ankle circles and wrist circles, opening and closing the jaw, moving the head side to side, the hips side to side. Waking yourself up with so much love and gratitude. Eventually, when you're ready, inhaling to a nice, big, full body stretch, allow the back to peel from the ground. And as you exhale, bringing the knees into the chest, giving a little love to your low back. You'll find your way into a seat, however feels right for you. You can roll onto the side and press up. You can rock and roll on the spine a few times. When you get there, just taking a few moments to recalibrate before we move into our final two postures of the Kriya, before we go into a meditation. These postures are designed to prepare us for a meditative seat. They are also very good for our digestion. Surprise, surprise. From our seat, we will roll over the shins, coming back into tabletop once again. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, knees stacked over the hips, stacked over the knees. Tucking into the toes, take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, press through the hands and the toes, coming up into triangle pose or down dog. We're here. This is our longest posture of the Kriya. So settle in here. Finding external rotation of the elbows, really pressing the sits bones up and back. And traditionally, the chin is tucked with the gaze in between the thighs or towards the navel so that you still have that really nice length all the way through the back of the spine, the neck, and the back of the head. Eyes are closed and rolled in and up to the third eye center. Breath is really nice, long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. This posture, like I said, is incredible for our digestion. It strengthens our nervous system and it helps to relax our major muscle groups in the body. So good. Settle in. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose, hold at the top. Engage the root lock. At this point, you're pulling the energy now down to the top of the head, rolling the eyes to the third eye center. And as you exhale, release the knees to the ground just for a moment here, coming back into child's pose and resting. Intentionally relaxing those muscle groups that were just engaged to hold you at that lovely posture. With an inhale, pressing back up into tabletop position. Tuck the toes, come back to down dog just for a moment here. And now walk the feet up to the hands. This is going to be our final posture. It's called elephant walk. It is shockingly challenging. We will only be here for 1 minute, so give it your all. Using the hands to grasp onto the ankles, it's helpful to have the hands more towards the front of the ankles with the thumbs on the inside of the ankles. If this is not accessible in the body, have the hands anywhere else higher up on the legs. Just like our life nerve stretch, you really want to keep the legs long and straight. So if you have to bend the knees, come out of it a little bit. Bring the hands up higher. Otherwise, if the hands are on the ankles, keeping the legs straight, keeping the eyes open, because we are going to start walking about the room, keeping the legs straight. So really small steps to lift your legs. And go ahead and join me and begin in walking about the room for 1 minute. It is surprisingly hard. I really feel this in my hamstrings and my glutes. Allowing the breath to do whatever it needs to do here. Really, I'll give you a little bit of a warning when we need to come back to our mats, but make as much of a circuit around the space that you're in as you can. Put that motivating music back on and give us a little boost. Got about 10 more seconds to make your way back to your mat. In your fold, inhale the breath, holding at the top, finding stillness. Engage the root lock, roll the eyes in and up. And exhale, safely looking down at the ground, dropping the hips, coming into a seat for a brief relaxation here. Palms face up on the lap. You might feel your heart rate increase, your breathing increase. Just taking time here to release any control over it and relax. That posture, the elephant walk, very helpful to aid in our digestive elimination. It also adjusts our magnetic field, which prepares us for meditation. Our meditation today is the Kundalini Kirtan Kriya. It's one of my favorites. This Kriya is so helpful for managing our focus and for changing our habits. So as we are working on the body in this disease resistance in this nice, really wonderful physical way, this Kriya, this mantra has the benefit of cleansing, healing us mentally, spiritually, emotionally. So I felt like this was a really nice pairing with this Kriya, especially since it sets us up so nicely for a meditation. We can really deeply absorb the effects of this Kriya. So the way that we perform this one, we sit in easy pose and we begin with Gyan Mudra, our pointer finger and thumb tip coming to touch. With each syllable, we will then move to the next consecutive finger. So this mantra is sa ta na ma. So sa is the pointer finger. On ta, we move the thumb to the middle finger. Na, we move the thumb to the ring finger, and ma, we move the thumb to the pinky finger. So the palms will be face up on the knees for the entire time, but we just move the thumb. Sa ta na ma. Sa ta na ma. Eyes are closed and rolled in and up to the third eye center. I'll be playing a track for us to chant along with. If you're watching the recording, I will have to remove the sound from the video for copyright purposes, but I will include the link to the track that we'll be chanting with in the video description, so you can listen to it on a separate device while we chant. What I love about this mantra is it has 3 different stages. So we begin by chanting in out loud, and then you'll hear a little bell, and then we change to whisper chanting. When we chant out loud, we're directing this prayer, this mantra to the world. When we transition into a whisper, we're now extending this mantra to our immediate external environment, our personal world. From there, you'll hear another bell and it goes quiet. We begin chanting mentally, we begin thinking the chant. And by doing that, we're bringing the blessing into ourselves. That's for our inner self, our higher self. We're there for quite a while, and then you'll hear the bell again, and we transition out by whispering. And then finally, at the last bell, we transition out by chanting out loud once again. We're here for quite a while, but it's such a beautiful meditation. You'll really, really feel the effects at the end. So I'm super excited to be sharing it with you today. So if you're not already, finding your nice long straight spine, eyes are closed and rolled up to the third eye center. Hands begin in Gyan Mudra and go along with the song. I'll mute myself so I can chant as well, but if you're with me live, you'll hear the music. Enjoy. deep inhale, hold the breath all the way at the top. Engage the root lock, roll the eyes in and up. Our last hold of class. And open mouth, exhale, releasing any control over the breath, the drishti, the hands. Feeling the effects of your vibration, your mantra. Feeling the vibrating in every cell of your being. It is from this place that we will close class, bringing your prayer palms to heart center, rubbing them together just like we did at the beginning of class, stimulating those energy channels, bringing all of you to the here and now, finding stillness in the hands, pressing the thumbs up against the heart center, straight line from elbow to elbow. Let's take a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. We'll close out class with the prayer, the long time sun, followed by a vibration of Sat Nam. Today, I ask whether you are with me live or watching this later. As we close out class with this prayer, this blessing, I do ask that we direct this prayer towards my family, towards my brother. He's on a difficult journey and he needs all the love and support that he can get. So regardless of when you're watching this, time doesn't exist and we will receive your blessing. We will receive your love. I thank you so much for it. Let's inhale to close. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light within you guide your way on. Sun. Nam. Bringing your thumbs to the third eye center, feeling so much gratitude for this practice, for community, for spirituality, for everything that we find our anchor in, within, and externally. So, so, so grateful. Thank you all. I love you all. Sadhana.